everyone, Bill Carey with Cave Entrance.
Hello.
Where are we at home? What are we doing?
We are inside of Silver Dollar City and we are going to do a tour of Marvel Cave.
And they got the tour times for the cave. We'll get to that in a little bit. Off the right as you come in, there's the Marvel Cave entrance. Okay. So my brother-in-law Bob wants to go visit the cave and I'm all for it. So we're gonna go get in line for the cave tour. One of the things to be mindful of is one of the passageways is only about 4 foot tall, so you have to be able to get through this if you want to go on the tour. So they have this at the entrance. Ugh. Okay, I made it. As you walk in, you can see a couple examples of formations that you can see on the cave: stalactites, stalagmites, other formations. We're all lined up, ready for the tour. They only allow 45 people in at a time, and it gets more busy in the afternoon. So they said, the earlier you go, the better it'll be for the crowd. We want to do this. This is the before photos of us before we go climb a bunch of stairs, and it's an hour tour.
Hour tour.
An hour tour. A 1 hour tour. A 1 hour tour. Joining us is the new Bishop Becca. Bishop Becca, and my brother-in-law. That's Coach Beard from Ted LaSalle. Hey. That's Bob. They're starting to call us off, and they're gonna take us to this next room here where there's a map of the layout. So we're gonna enter at the top there, and we're gonna go through this cathedral room, which is supposed to be the world's largest known dome structure underground. And then this is the path we're gonna take, some more stairs, and then at the end here, there's gonna be a tram that we take to the back. So this is kind of the map, so to speak. Just a little bit of information. It's going to be a 1 hour walking tour, includes 700 steps. It's going to be dimly lit, narrow passages. I already showed how small that one patch is going to be.
You're standing on the reason for Silver Dollar City, a cave we've been doing tours of for 129 years. Not me personally, so don't go there. Now, what happened to the Silver Dollar City spirit? I just said howdy.
Howdy.
That's the spirit. I'm Vivian, and I hope you're as excited about this underground adventure as I was when I was 4 years old the first time I went in Marvel Cave. Now, in a couple of minutes, hey folks, you might want to, well, you can if you want. In a couple of minutes, you're going to head out that door, and then you're going right through the long crack in the earth right outside the window, and that is a 94-foot sinkhole. This sinkhole is one of the largest natural openings of any cave in the country. Then we'll be inside the largest opening room in North America. Now, when you go out the door here, don't bother counting those stairs. We don't count our 600 stairs until you get to the sinkhole and go down the 94 steep, uneven, wet stairs to get inside our cave. Then you'll be standing on top of a steel tower looking over 200 feet down, which is always very impressive, unless you're afraid of heights. Then we'll go down the tower along our debris pile, and your guide is going to stop and tell entertaining stories all along the way. Guys, can you hear me back there okay? And then passages will definitely get smaller, such as our corkscrew staircase, which is just like that. It's very tight and narrow, winds its way down with the rock is sticking out on both sides, so watch your left shoulder and your head as you wind down. And then at the bottom of that is the hole like you went through over there. But down here, that hole is 7 foot long and made out of millions of tons of rock bearing down. You don't want to think about that one if you're claustrophobic, because the problem is the last place to turn around was not there. It was all the way up there on top of the steel tower. And that does mean you're stuck. You're heading all the way down to 50 stories below the surface to our beautiful waterfall room. Now, hey guys, can you hear me okay back there? To get to 505 feet below the surface, I hope you understand, we are going down over 500 steep, wet, uneven, narrow, dimly lit stairs and walkways. Then by the time we start up from the waterfall room, we'll go up a total of over 10 stories, over 100 stairs straight up on our huff and puff staircase to get to our little red cable train at the end. So we don't consider this just a stroll through the park. It really is more of a strenuous half-mile hike when you consider we've got over 600 concrete stairs. And then hopefully that little red train is going to pull us out of the tunnel and the half mile all the way back up this hill to the hospitality house. But I did say hopefully, because the truth is that little red cable train is the oldest ride in the park before it was even Silver Dollar City. And like any ride, every now and then it just decides it's not going anywhere. And if that should happen to you like it did to me twice last week, you get to see the entire cave in reverse at no extra charge. Now, that half-mile strenuous hike would turn into a 1 mile, much more strenuous hike. 1 hour could turn into almost 2 with no restrooms. And going down 10 stories while climbing back up 50 stories, 500 stairs, get back to this room.
Okay, we got the full rundown, and now we are going to make our way to the cave entrance. They do not count these steps as part of the 600 or 700. Hey, look, we're all energetic and ready to go right now. Let's see how that was in about an hour. All right, here we go, making our ascent into the entrance of the cave. Now, this is a climb down. Woo! This sign is talking about how that they have endangered species that are in here, including bats and salamanders. And here's the entrance. Here we go. I have to crank up my aperture. Here's looking down. This is the dome room, or theater room. Wow. We're going deep. That's the entrance we came in, and we're going to meet right here on this level. This is the last point where we can turn if you do not want to go back. So this is the farthest we can go without returning, or if you want to give up and go back.
Now this is the largest room in here, and they call it the cathedral room because the sounds and the acoustics that carry, and we'll test that in a moment. Now this room is actually big enough to fit a 20-story building in here. We could fit an entire city block in this room, and we can fit the Statue of Liberty with her base at the bottom and her torch at the top right there. So once you get to the bottom, looking up, you'll be able to see that size perspective, how big this room truly is. Now, we've explored over 32 miles in here and never any other opening. We suspect one in the Mystic River room.
So the entrance here is the only known entrance to the cave. They have searched many corridors, and this is the only one that they can find that goes in or out of the cave naturally. And beginning our descent down, we've got to look over the edge here. About 50 feet, I think is what they said, the first part. It's amazing. I love caves. They're always so different. Trying to see a better look of the hole above. Look down over the pit, our cathedral hole. And this is the top of the debris pile. The debris pile is about 50 feet high from the... This is stuff that's fallen through the hole at the top there. And it's just collected over thousands of years. I don't know how well you can make it out in the dark here, but there actually is a cover here from the debris in case it falls from the hole on this next part of the path. Still kind of a cool view looking down. I think that's a big stalagmite down there if I remember. Now we're starting to see from the base of the debris pile up the tower. So the debris pile, they say, is at least 50 feet tall. And above there is the staircase that we just came down. It's all easy now because we're working with the gravity. Can't wait to climb back up it. Or not up this, but climb up some steps. Alright, there we go. Now we can see the cathedral room from the base and the tower. And they said its room is big enough for a full city block, and the Statue of Liberty and skyscrapers, all kinds of things in here for space. They got a photographer down here for group photos for your group. Again, just amazing to look from this position.
So we're at the bottom looking up. You can definitely see how big this room is. Now this room, we've had all kinds of crazy things going on down in here, anywhere from singing groups to weddings, proposals, dances, all kinds of things. Now in 1994, they did a special celebration for 100 years of cave tours. This is what they had, and they had lanterns or candles.
This is a column. Stalactite and stalagmite met here to form this structure. So they actually call this structure the Liberty Bell, and it's hollow on the inside. It started as a stalactite hanging from the ceiling, and then it fell down and became a stalagmite formed kind of around it. This room is also large enough that they had 5 hot air balloons flying in here, which still holds a world record for the lowest flight. It's actually negative 200 feet for the world record for the lowest flight. We're going to continue back through the cave. Well, this was the largest room, and now we're going to go see much smaller rooms. Now we're behind the Liberty Bell. And there's the last view of the cathedral. Oh, I gotta duck down here a little bit. It's kind of neat. Kind of a tight little area, but we can definitely walk through here standing up. And next room here, this one kind of, if I remember right, kind of shaped like a shoe. You can see there's the front, and down that way is the heel. Shoe room?
Shoe room, that's right.
Yay!
Down there's the heel. There's the arch. There's the toe.
Yep.
And we got a little athlete.
That was right. Shoe room.
Flat, smooth surface, different light and dark color variations. It's a lot different than the rest of the surfaces in here.
We're about to leave the shoe room, and at one point they thought that this room was bottomless because there was a bunch of bat guano at the bottom. So when people would throw rocks down there, it wouldn't make a noise. So, because it would land in the poop. That's what bat guano is bat poop. Anyway, we're going to move on. Also talked about how most of the cave is limestone. So this is all made out of limestone. Going down the next section here. Kind of a steep decline, so to speak. Neat. We're going to go down like another 200 feet, I think is what she said. The rock here is a little bit interesting. It's got a bunch of holes in them. Sometimes these can be formed by old, ancient fossils or things that got caught in the rock and died millions of years ago. Or it could be just the formation of the rocks. So this is one of the buckets that they would use to fill bat guano to take it out, and it was $22,000 per bucket full of bat guano back in the day. Or it would equate to, it was $700 back in the day, it would equate to $22,000 per bucket by today's money. Well, you can see that they have dinosaurs in here. There's a pterodactyl. The rock formations here are kind of cool. Well, they're kind of wavy. The staircase is pretty tight here. Oh, okay, I gotta go sideways. So it's narrow. Goes down another level or two, it looks like. We got a duck too. Oops. Don't scrape my forehead on that. Oh crap. Here's like an old ladder that they just kind of kept back there that's not in use anymore. There's another one right here. I don't think we can go that way anymore. Oh, here's a tight little thing here. It's gonna be narrow and kind of duck. This is only like 4 foot high. Ooh. Yep, that's tight. Gotta make it though. There we go. Alright. I can stand straight back up again. It's neat. Still love it. This is so cool. Can't go that way. And I'm gonna go up these stairs now. Another place where I need a duck.
Oh no, you're fine.
Alright, it's narrow here, but I can at least stand up straight, it looks like. Oh wow. This is so cool we get to do these. Oh, this is interesting formation. It's kind of just hanging on the wall here. I could duck down again here, like it's 5 foot here. Oh. Oh, what's the next section? I can hear our tour guide talking. Looking up at the ceiling in the next room we're in. Really neat. Crack coming through here. Cut through by water, most likely. Oh, it comes up a camera that kind of goes that way and it goes down.
I want to ask your sister.
What does the sign say?
Harold Bell Rite Passage. That looks like there's a llama head next to it.
This rock looks kind of cool, like it's just kind of fell. It got jammed in there. And you can tell it kind of fell because it's going diagonal for the layers, not horizontal. Because if you look, like over here, everything is horizontal. Watch as they fall down the steps because I'm not paying attention. Bill, I already screwed up my ankle. Might as well hit my head on things. Going back down some more steps. Another narrow passage. Check out these natural formations. They're amazing. How they're kind of square. Wow, look at look at that. More natural formations. Cool. I'm going to name that the 5-gallon bucket. You can hear water rushing ahead of us. This appears to be another old school bucket sled that they use to remove soot, backup, dirt, whatever, debris to clear passageways. And here's a little bit of some running water. This is an underground waterfall. This is so cool. Put the lights on it to change. Wow, this is beautiful. And there's the stairs we just got to come down. A little bit of a tight fit, but waterfall, so interesting. We're gonna make our way. Kind of ran behind because I decided to take photos of the water tower. A thin passage. Not too bad. We're going to go up some more steps. We're going to make our ascent back up toward the back of the cave. So we're going to try to go back up 100 feet or so, I believe. This area looks interesting. Looks like a bench. I don't know if they recommend sitting on it. Cool. Oh, and then looking right above that, got a crack in the formation. So cool. I love caves so much. They're so cool. They're all so different. Narrow way here. So nice. We're living in this age where they can put all these lights in so you can see better. This appears to be a man-made wall. Going into the next room. Looks like we're on the back side of some sort of waterfall here. It's called the Mystic River Passage. The only way through here is to crawl through 54-degree water. And passage length is unknown because no one has made it. Are you okay, hon?
I'm okay.
Okay, what happened?
I hit my head.
Oh, I'm
because
sorry.
I'm short, so I normally don't have to worry about low passages even when they say they're low passages because I'm short.
Okay.
And I hit my head because I was paying attention more to the floor than the ceiling.
Do we have to amputate?
Yes.
Okay, well, we'll go.
Bye-bye, Carrie.
We'll go see the Civil War doc. I mean, he just likes to cut. He doesn't care about carrying, right?
Sounds good.
All right, I got my bone saw.
Okay.
Up next is, what's this called? The stairs?
The Huff and Puff staircase.
Oh, you're a Hufflepuff.
No.
I'm a Slytherin.
I'm a Ravenclaw.
Oh, you're a Ravenclaw.
I'm
Okay.
a Ravenclaw. Get it right.
Okay, well, I guess we're all going to be Hufflepuffs here in a second.
Sure.
So they're saying it's very possible there could be another entrance to the cave back there, but they have no clue because no one can get back there. But this is still kind of cool. Over there, there's like a curtain type formation. And this here, there's moss growing. That is not natural. It comes in from human contact. And it grows near the light sources. Dripping water comes from up there, and you can see there's another formation at the top. They call that the throne room. It's kind of shaped like a throne. We're going to start making our way up the Huff and Puff staircase. This will take us to the train. That'll take us back to the main building. Watch out for that rock, honey. Looks like there's another slit up there. We're going to walk through. I'm going to turn around here so you can kind of see what it looks like from the stairs looking back. Not much to see quite from here. That's where we came up from. Oh, this is beautiful back here. Yeah, check out all these formations. Well, they look really smooth from thousands of years of water dripping down. Really neat looking. Again, that green on the formation is from like people touching it over the years, so the oils on our hands cause that discoloration, which is why they don't want you touching And even in the caves, it looks like this goes up quite a way. That crack, little gap right up in there. We're the next level that we're going to eventually get up to on our way out. Check out the ribbon formations here. These are really cool. Like this one here, kind of reminds me of a honeycomb. Also, there's like a shelf here, so like the water stayed at this level for some time, at some point in history. I'm gonna look down to that room we were just kind of, that we're still kind of in. And another one of those ribbon formations. This is so cool. Real neat. Sign here that says look up and to the right. This is Crystal's Grotto. And wow. I think that sign is there. That's awesome. Amazing. And at the top of this staircase appears to be the exit. And we got one more little shelf here we can check out. Alright, we're in the last room, it looks like, before we leave. It goes up pretty high. The formations in here are pretty awesome, too. See the water trickling down from the roof and the ceiling, coming from there and down. You can see that stalactite, and possibly reach this stalagmite. Looks like it's directly below it, and that's kind of on the ledge here over the room. This is a pretty cool looking stalagmite. It looks like it's 10 foot or so tall, pretty narrow. You can see down to a waterfall that goes down quite a way. Wow, and you can see how the water just cut through the rock. It's so amazing. You don't know the difference between a stalactite and a stalagmite. Here's kind of the way to remember. Stalactites, they say hang on tightly to the roof. Stalagmites might reach the ceiling someday. So, tight and mite. Make our way up. You can feel the breeze coming from the outside. And here's our chariot to take us back to the top. Okay? And here's our trolley. And so we only got room for 3 of us per seat. Beck and Bob are up in the front there. How you holding up?
I'm good.
First time we got to sit on this whole thing.
Yep. And now we're taking the tram up to the top.
Put your hands in the air and yell, wee!
Whee! Yay! We're moving!
Good feeling.
Taking a look back down the rails where we just came from. Oh, light. And we're free. We're free to leave. This was the train that took us back to the top. Cable car. Kind of an interesting ride with an angle. And if you decided to get a group photo at the bottom of the cathedral thing, here's where you can take a look at them. There's a cart that took us back to the top. If I remember my geography, okay, this is behind us is the bakery entrance to the park, and this is the main building that you walk through to get into Silver Dollar City. These photos are from hot air balloons that they had in the cathedral room. At one point, they had 5 hot air balloons in one of these rooms. So they do have photos, the packets for sale for $25. You can also buy a day pass for $45 or a season pass for photos for about $70. And here's the dump shop, so to speak, in the main building, getting out of the cave. What do we think of the cave tour?
It was fun. I liked it.
You liked it? What did Bob think?
It's there.
It's there. Great contribution. Thank you for joining us here in the land of the living. Boy, I'm glad we shot her open before we went down here because we are a little sweaty. What'd you think of the cave?
It's always enjoyable.
Yes.
I'm glad the tram worked, so we didn't have to climb the
All the way
600
back.
stairs back up. We only had to do 100.
Yeah, I love caves. I love going to caves. They're always different. They're always unique. Everyone has their own things to see and everything that cannot be duplicated at another cave. So it's just amazing. But will we do it again? Yes, we will do it again. I will do it again. I've been here many times and I still will do it again. I want to thank you for joining us. I'm Bill.
I'm Carrie.
If you're watching KB Treks, please do us a favor, like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Until then, good luck and have fun.
See ya.